Hello everybody, and welcome to Roll Together RPG and to the next episode of our Myth and Mythios Season 2 campaign. My name is Josh. I use he, him pronouns, and I shall be your game master for tonight. And as you can see, I am joined by some rather lovely people who are playing some rather lovely, if not emotionally damaged characters. I will let them introduce themselves now, starting off with Nat.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Phig, usually known as Tisiphone the Unfallen. You didn't ask for anything else. So that's all you're getting. You should have watched the last episode to know more.
Well, you can go watch the last episode on YouTube right now. But before you do that, let me introduce Tallia first.
Hi, my name is Tallia. We're doing, yes. Tallia. I am playing Eudora. Speak Bambini. Both she, her pronouns. I think that's all we're doing this time.
That is all we're doing this time. Before we dive into tonight's session and find out what these two are up to, we have some sponsors and supporters that we'd like to thank. Our sponsor for tonight is Phoenix Dice. You can go to phoenixdice.com to get yourself some clickety-clack math rocks, including some limited edition Roll Together dice, which Nat is showing off right now. If you use code Roll Together, all in caps, at checkout, you can get 25% off your purchase. We are also proud to be supported by Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude are a father and son TTRPG duo who make some really cool TTRPG content, including The Wandering Tavern and Scorchbation, which at the time of recording this is going to be going on Kickstarter soon. So go check out their website and you can find out as and when that is on Kickstarter, releasing, all of that sort of stuff, and their other projects that they are doing. If you'd like to buy anything from them, if you use Roll Together, all caps at checkout, you can get 10% off of your purchase. Massive thank you to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as $1 of your local currency per month, or $1 goat, which must be sent to Tom for a variety of different reasons, as we've established at this point, by following the links in the description down below. Speaking of the description down below, if you do like this video, please do leave a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and comment down below, because it helps the algorithm tell us what you like so we know what to make more of for you. Now, let's see what these two have been getting up to. In our last session, Phig, or Tisiphone, has been living in the town of Erithos, had been living there for about the past 6 months, has been granted a house by Lucas, who's very, very, very grateful for Tisiphone saving his life at the end of season 1. Theo sort of lives with you as a house guest and has still been doing the odd job around Erithos to try and still earn a bit of drachmi. While doing one of those jobs, the ferry from Athens came in and off came a brand new character. We were introduced to Eudora, who bumped into Theo as he somehow broke his hammer in a place that a hammer probably shouldn't break, but it was a very, very, very aged and rusted hammer, so it kind of makes sense in my headcanon anyway. But
Magic, as Josh likes to say.
Magic, even though Theo isn't magic, but magic. Eudora,
Sparkina.
Yeah, exactly. Eudora offered to help offered to help Theo fix it. They went into Corinna's shop where they were offered to use the sort of bakery kiln sort of thing. And while that was happening, Tisiphone woke up in the afternoon from, a night of drinking, maybe, made a way all the way over to the shop, and introductions were made. And then a job was given from Corinna, who needs some herbs from a particular grove that Tisiphone has been to in the past. And that's where we ended the session, with you two leaving.
You missed the kind of important bit. We did a big time skip of like a month after we met.
Yeah.
And we went to investigate the old battlefield from the first episode. Got ambushed by bandits. They were threatening Theo. That wasn't good.
Made friends with one of the bandits and have now recruited him into the
killed
town.
another one.
Killed another one.
Another two.
Yeah. adopted one.
Absolutely fantastic out there.
Yeah.
That balances things out, right? You do a murder and then you adopt someone and then your soul is fine.
Yeah, surely. I mean, the fact that we had Tallia in for one session and Tallia instantly adopted an NPC.
I feel like it's a new record.
I didn't adopt them. I offered them a job.
Which is another form of adoption.
I'm just saying that I'm not as emotionally bonded, so I don't count it as adoption.
That's fair. So yes,
Don't be silly. We all care deeply about Ricardos.
Yes.
And his family.
But yes, I missed that bit out, but yeah, that happened. Then there was about a month time skip and you were asked to go off to the Druid Grove to go and collect some herbs that can only be collected from the grove itself. Whether they be from the actual dryads, or from maybe some of the international sellers that are there. We don't know. You'll find out when you get there with your shopping list, but that's where we're going to pick up. Now, it takes 3 days to get from Erithos to where the Druid Grove is. To Tiffany, you know how...
Dryad Grove.
What did I say? Druid?
You keep saying Druid Grove. Which, to be fair, this is D&D. Very often it's a Druid Grove.
This is true, yeah. So Dryad, the Grove it's just called. I'm just going to call it the Grove from now on. There we go.
Sure.
Yeah, you know how to get there. You know that it takes 3 days. You know that you will be greeted by some dryads when you get there because they like to stand guard in the woods and try and scare people off from getting too close to their territory. But we start the session with you getting there. Is there anything that you two would have liked to have spoke about during the 3-day journey, or anything you would have liked to have sort of done while on the way? Just so we don't completely gloss over that, because I doubt you two would have sat in complete and utter silence the entire time, or you might have. I might just be assuming things.
I mean, we've already done the slightly emotional bonding session.
We did do that, yeah.
It was intense. But so trying very much not to push it too much. Though I think mostly it's just what is the grove? Where are we going? Who are the people there? How should I behave?
You'll get a very sort of tactical rundown of like, okay, so the leader is Eurydice. She is the queen of the dryads, but like multiple different groves. She's a woman with a job to do. So intimidating, but I did the job for her. She fulfilled her side of the bargain. She threatened Theo, which is why I'm not so happy about him coming along. But it worked out okay. You've got Barker and Oakley. They basically escorted us everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if we had someone escorting us everywhere. Don't go to the garden. It sounds nice. It's not. That's where they torture the humans that have misbehaved. But there's a marketplace. There's people from all over, not just from round here, from further afield in the world as well, which is wild. There was a man there, shorter stature, who claimed to be from somewhere called the north. That was he said cold. There was snow. It's like we see on Olympus. Yeah, but like everywhere. It's very beautiful.
Okay.
And I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, the dryads were fine. Good food. I taught them some fighting, so hopefully we'll still be in good stead. But don't trust them.
Don't trust. Okay. Is there anything that I shouldn't do or be?
Don't into any of their flirting.
Oh. That's okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know, they seemed generally pretty solid. I mean, looking back on it, I don't know, I was very uneasy when I was there last time, but logically things were fine in the end, so it must have been okay. There were wolves around, but I don't think that's been a problem as much anymore, Lucas would have said.
Let's carry on then.
I think on another day separate to this conversation, I wonder if there might have been moments where, because we said in the last batch, the last couple of episodes that we recorded, that Theo had started sort of singing little random tunes and writing bits of poetry and that kind of thing. Is he still doing any of that?
Still very much humming. How... It's a very strange question that I'm going to ask, but how are your two characters when it comes to sleep? Are you deep sleepers or are you light sleepers?
I think deeper but troubled in general, but that's been a sort of a longer term thing. I think pre-drinking more, but also I think the moments where she's awake, she's ready to like get up and go, but otherwise when she's out, she's out.
Gonna go the opposite, relatively light. She's always having people in her workshop and she's doing things, and she always needs to be around, able to know if people were doing things that would cause a problem. And it's had a bit of a light sleep, but it takes a lot of just knowing that everything is secure to be able to go quite deep.
Mm-hmm.
For it. So traveling, not necessarily one of them. Workshops, not one of them.
Whereas I think Phig is used to sleeping on the road, so it's a little less trouble.
Yeah. So on one of the nights, probably the second night, so the night just before you're due to get to the Druid's Grove, you've stopped off near a river so that the horse can be watered and you can all have a wash and all of that sort of stuff as well. Theo's quite good at finding safe places for you to off the road for you to camp out for the night, and all three of you have gone to sleep. Obviously it's a cart, so you're all sleeping within the same sort of quarters in the same area. And during the night, Eudora, you hear a noise like a sudden gasping for air, and then you feel the cart itself rock a little bit, and then you hear foot paces walk away from it.
Attacked.
There isn't a reply, but when you sort of open your eyes and look around, you can only see Tisiphone laying there snoring away. You can't see Theo.
Okie dokie. Gladcop is there?
Yeah,
It's sat.
he'll be hanging around.
Yeah, sat on the little perch that's on the sort of front of the cart that was specifically made for them. They're there just looking around, keeping an eye out. They've not made any noise at the sound of this whoever it was that's walking around outside. So probably Theo.
I'm gonna say Josh. I'm gonna
Joff.
say dear Joff.
me change
I
my
will
name to Joff.
interject. I feel like if Theo walked off in the middle of the night, Glaucopis would follow. Like, a familiar has a little bit of agency of their own and thought of their own, and knowing how protective Tisiphone is, I feel like if Theo was left, Glaucopis would be following.
Yeah, that's fine. It wouldn't alert you to the fact that he's left because he's not a threat. So, but goes off with him because the river itself is still within sight of the cart, so can keep an eye on both if anything does approach the cart, and keep an eye on Theo down there as well. So flies up into one of the trees and just watches him.
So say hi, like you probably, if Black Ops is following, I just catch. Goes, wait, I'm going to follow too. Take me to where he is. She should be fine. She's like super. If something comes for you, Scoot, and wait, Black Ops, wait. And start chasing after the bird.
Start chasing after the bird, and as you make your way down towards where the watering hole is, like I said, it can still be seen from the cart. Theo hasn't noticed that you're there, but you can see that he's currently knee deep in the water, sort of bent, sort of crouched down as well. He's taken his robe off and chucked it and left it on the bank. He's still got his undergarments on, so he's not fully naked, and he's just splashing water up into his face, and he's just stands up and wipes the water off of his face and has a little bit of a shake, and he's just slapping his cheeks. If you look at him while he's there, you can see that his back is just matted with scarring. Old scarring, very, very old.
Hello, I'm not looking. She's looking. I'm not looking. I just want to make sure that you're okay.
Oh, hey, sorry. You hear splashing in the waters, and you see him sort of stumble out and grab his robe and sort of quickly throw it back on haphazardly, to the point where his arm is sticking out of his sort of the head bit, even though it's all quite open anyway. And he's kind of got it like this. Hang on. Quickly gets himself dressed again.
It would be embarrassing. It starts kind of moving. Put it on properly. There we go.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm sorry if I woke you. I had a bad dream. I've been having them quite a lot lately.
Are you okay?
I don't know. It's weird. The last time we were at the Dryad Grove, I was sort of used as a bargaining chip, not by Tisiphone. Tisiphone was very much against it, but the Queen of the Dryads was very adamant that I stayed behind while Tisiphone went to deal with the Griffin on her own, and which is something that scared me because I didn't know if she'd come back, and I didn't want to be on my own. But I don't know. It's past couple of days I've been humming songs, I've been writing all of this different types of like poetry and stuff, and when I think back to the days that we spent there, because we weren't at the Grove for just a day, we were there for nearly a week, and I felt like nearly a week, and it's like there's bits missing. I try to think back, and I'm like, but hang on a minute, we did something else during this time, and we did something else during that time. There's a conversation I had with someone, but I can't remember it. It's really weird, and I don't know. It's just, I remember there was a time when the bit that stands out the most to me is Tisiphone was training the Dryads in some forms of how we do our combat, and I was helping with the training. But I can't remember who my sparring partner was, and I remember knocking them to the floor in a way that Tisiphone hadn't shown me, and that led to some personal issues coming to light, and I didn't know what to do, so I ran away. And I remember running back up to my room, and then somebody came and spoke to me, and I had a deep conversation with this person, but I can't remember who it was. And it's just been playing on my mind. I've got this image in my head of this person, but I can't put a name to them.
What do they look like?
They're not much taller than myself. Probably stands between myself and Tisiphone. Sort of wavy, brownish, maybe black hair. I'm not 100% sure. With wearing like similar sort of robes to what I'm wearing now, although they've got a lot more attached to them. I remember markings on their body. I don't know if it was scarring or something else. And for some reason, borrowed boots. Borrowed boots is something that sticks in my mind quite a lot. And every time I picture them, another detail comes back. Like, I didn't know I'm still not 100% sure on their hair color, but their height has been a little bit more consistent now. I know that they were a man, whereas before it was more of an androgynous figure. And I've been getting a lot of sounds and music coming from them in the dream, and I think that might be where my humming's coming from, because it might be music that they shared with me. It's really strange, and I've not brought this up to Tiffany because I didn't want them to think that I was suffering from any sort of fatigue from all of the travelling and working that I've been doing. I didn't want her to put me on the bench, because the last thing I want is to be put on the bench and then something happens to her and then I've got no one.
Okay. Let's go and address these backwards. I know that we've not spent a lot of time together, but I will also do my best to keep anything from happening to her or you, and I hope that in time that you also see me as a friend.
I see you as a friend. You're really cool. I do see you as a friend.
Thank you. No one's called me cool before. But yes, I don't think you'll be alone. All the things in order. Backwards. You should talk to her. One of the things that she asked me was if I felt like something was missing. And if you also feel that something is missing.
Then it might be something that we're both missing.
Something that happened to you guys. I mean, okay. Maybe you interacted with a divine power, or God's touched, or someone's done something. I don't know. I'm just making up things at this stage. But
I mean, not far off. We did the Queen of the Dryads is, I mean, considered godlike, but not 100% sure. It's not really a god I've heard of, but definitely powerful, definitely in line with them, I reckon. But so maybe that's something. I don't know.
So a man about my height, a little taller.
Yeah, about your height, a little bit. It sort of stands between my height and he stands at about 5'5".
He's taller than Phig.
Yeah, he's
so this is about 5'10", 11.
Yeah, he's about the same height, maybe slightly taller. I'm not sure.
I mean, memories are fuzzy if you can't remember a person, so...
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you can be a couple of inches off.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't even think it was a man to start off with, so maybe...
I wasn't sure to start off with, yeah.
So, probably definitely a man. Probably definitely taller than me. Maybe definitely taller than Tisiphone.
Yeah.
Musical?
Yeah, it's strange. I've always been... I can sing. It's not a skill that I like to show off that often, but I can sing. But poetry and musical instruments are not things that I'm generally good at. But I've noticed lately that I can play a couple of chords on the lyre.
Okay, so we're
Not
looking
full songs, but
for a lying man. That was funny. Who can...
that was quite funny.
I'm good at this. I don't know, maybe... I mean, I have no idea about anything. I don't know what you guys have been through, but I'm very well aware that there's more out there and they're starting to have a direct hand in our lives.
Yeah. Being you're here and Tisiphane's not around, we've not had much of a chance to actually speak properly without Tisiphone around, and I just wanted to know your scars.
Mm.
And tell me if I'm going too far, if I've overstepped a boundary or something. Do they hurt?
Oh, yes. All the time.
So I'm not the only one. Okay.
I made a balm, and it helps a bit. I mean, compared to the actual exploding and the remaking, this is much better, but all the time.
I'm gonna nod in agreement and pretend I know what you're on about, but...
No, straight up I got exploded.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
I try to be fine about it, but...
Well, at least you're not afraid to show them. At least you're willing to... You wear them like a badge of honor? Is that how you see that, or as a reminder of the mistakes you've made?
Column A, a bit of column B, a bit of column C of trying to not let it define me. If I try and cover, it's everywhere. If it gets... Sleeves make it hard to do a job, and the job is all I can do to be helpful.
Yeah. Tisiphone doesn't know that I have the scars on my back. I've not plucked up the courage to show them. Not 100% sure how she'd react to them. So, and I'm not really one for answering questions about it. It's a period of my life I'd rather ignore. Not that I would expect Tisiphone to pry, but the more people that know, the more likely there are for there to be questions. So if we could just keep it between us, I'd be grateful.
And if you ever do want to talk, whether it's fully or hints or just random asides, sometimes it helps. And I'm happy to be anywhere from listening intently to vaguely in the same area as you looking at a tree.
Thank you. That's good to know. It's good to know that I have someone who I can talk to about the things that I don't want to talk about with Tisiphone, because I don't want Tisiphone to worry about me.
I think that boat passed a long time ago.
I don't want to add more for her to worry about.
Fair.
She's like a sister to me, and siblings protect each other, from what I've been told. Okay, should we make our way back?
Okay, I'm just going to go and reach into my jug and go, here's some of the balm.
Oh, thank you. And he tucks that into Satchel's little side satchel pocket he's got on the side. Thanks.
Doesn't fix it, but it helps on the worst days.
Thank you. And you can both begin making your way back up to the cart as the sounds of empty bottles or empty sort of like jugs and things get knocked over as Tisiphone, probably a fidget,
How many have we had on the card?
Oh,
I think you, I think you
Not
bought. Yeah, I think you
I have
bought
this
3,
holding-
didn't you?
I got like, so Theo got as many as I could. What were you just saying, Tallia?
I'm saying that I have been very much trying to keep you very much on the alchemy jug is where the alcohol is. It's better than anything else, and you can't have it all the time. But if you're drinking bad stuff from random bottles, you can't have the alchemy jug.
I mean, if you've started mothering in that way, there's definitely a secret stash.
And that's what you hear get knocked over.
Where have you two been? Where did you both go?
Oh, I needed to pee.
You know, Glaucopus can talk to me, right? He's just circling ahead.
I needed to pee.
You know, Glaucopus can talk to me, right?
Yes.
You just hear in your head, generic owl noise. I needed to pee. Or she needed to pee.
Don't you lie to me. I saw what you saw.
I needed to pee, and then I didn't need to pee, and I had a conversation, and then we came back.
Fine, well, I'm glad you're both all right.
It's good. Thank you for worrying.
Well, rest up, the two of you. I've had enough sleep. I'll get the cart moving.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she'll just sort of get stuff going and make sure the two of them are lying down. And we'll just sort of like crack on, get moving.
Crack on and get moving on. And that's where we do the little bit. A couple of hours later, you get to the point in the where you're at the Druid's Grove now, where, or getting towards where the entranceway is. And one of the things that you learnt during the scouting that you did around the perimeter was the best way to get the cart in there, because before you had to leave the cart so you could walk on foot. But you know the best way to go with the cart now. So you do that, and you begin to see smaller trees in the distance that don't have branches sticking out of them, and they begin moving very much Weeping Angel style. You look away and look back, and they've moved a little bit closer towards you. Look away, look back, and they've moved. And you look away again and look back, and for you, Eudora, in the back, you can just see as a completely bark-looking woman is stood, completely faceless expression on their face, and unmoving, just staring at you like a statue.
Stephanie will just sort of like give a little salute and nod to the ones that we drive past.
They nod towards you, seeing, because you've still got the mark on your hand, so they're still keeping an eye on you because
I thought she removed that.
She took the pact that she made with you off, but she left the mark for you to be able to get back to the Grove on.
Ah, gotcha.
You still have that one, like your nightclub stamp. You still got that on. But they're keeping a close eye on you because you're bringing somebody that's not stamped to the Grove. And as you get closer, you see a familiar face stepping out of the tree line. As Barker comes walking up, Hippolyta nudges her head towards, and Barker strokes and begins tracing the mane up as they walk over towards where you're stood. And they look up towards you, and if you're looking out through the top bit, Eudora, you can see for the first time one of these figures cracks a smile as Barker just lets out this really big, gentle smile towards you, Tiffany.
Just a little point of interest there, Josh. Hippolyta is acting as if she knows Barker, and Barker is acting as if she knows Hippolyta.
Yes. Because you did leave the Grove with Hippolyta.
No, but did we not establish? You said it was a different horse.
You came in with Calliope and you left with Hippolyta.
I see. Okay. Hippolyta's been a dryad spy all this time.
Dun, dun, dun.
Curses. Fine. Yeah, okay. But that's fine. That doesn't... To Tiffany, in character, nothing wrong there. It's
Yeah.
just Nat going, hang on.
Hang on. Is there a plot hole here? Barker gives you a very gentle grin, looks over towards Theo and gives Theo a gentle grin and nods, and then looks towards you, Eudora, and Barker's face just goes really deadpan as they just look straight at you.
This is Eudora. She's a good friend. She means no harm. She has... I believe it would be very useful for her to meet Furnace.
It's nice to...
Barker waves at you and then offers out a hand for you to take. Takes your hand, looks towards you, to Tiffany, smiles, and you watches vines begin, vines begin coming out of Barker's wrists and out of the palm of their hand, and they wrap around the sort of base of your hand. And you don't feel any pain or anything, but as it retracts and you look, you can see there's like a fluorescent green mark on your hand.
Interesting. So how does that work exactly? Is this some kind of like essence transferal? How does some kind of like photosynthetic dye? How does that work? It's very interesting.
They smile at you, turn around and make their way towards where Hippolyta is. They'll grab hold of Hippolyta's front rein and begin guiding you towards where the grove is. And you'll see that a couple of other dryads that were forming around the cart begin to disperse and move their way back into the woods.
Barker is a tree of few words. There will be others who will be able to answer your questions, I'm sure, if they want to.
As long as you're polite and you don't mind if people say no, then there's no harm in asking.
Some questions are too dangerous.
Yes. I'd still like to know.
You are both guided through, and this is a very familiar sight for you, Tiffany, but for Eudora, this what's about to happen is completely mind-blowing. You begin walking, and all you can see in front of you is just wood upon wood upon wood upon wood. There's one couple of large trees here and there, but there isn't any openings or anything like that. But as you begin walking, you can see that there seems to be some sort of like a veil or a barrier that's been to form because you are magically inclined. This is something you can see. And you watch as Barker and Hippolyta begin making their way through it, and it's pulling the cart through. And then Tisiphone comes through it, and then the cart begins to go through. And as the cart comes through and you go through this veil, you watch as a load of the trees that you had seen just disappear. They're not there anymore, leaving out a massive wide open space. You can look around and you can see that the canopy itself to the forest is a lot more roof-like. It's still the trees and the leaves and everything, but it's not all mix match. There's a gap here, there's a gap there. It's all perfect and forms a brilliant like dome-like roof. And you can see that there are loads of what are probably like pixie light type things up in the trees and things that form like a natural starlight that are beaming down onto this grove. Lots of the trees that you see have got people walking in and out of them. Doors, there are houses in trees there. You can hear, and noise is another thing that hits you as soon as you walk in. You can hear shouting as if people are on a market stall in the West End going, "Come buy your carrots here, 2 for 1 drachmy," da, 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 and all that sort of stuff on the left-hand side. And you can see that there's a variety of different people there, all wearing clothing that you've never seen before. There's one who's wearing lots of big furs and things that's sort of walking around, quite a man of shorter stature. On the other side, you can see some people that we would consider now in the modern day and age as from the from Asia. They are selling various different spices and rugs and some really finely crafted pieces of like pottery and stuff, and some really cool looking statues. And there's one person who is trying to sell some form of metal or something. He is wearing what looks to be like really downtrodden. You probably might think he was a homeless man, missing a few teeth, speaks with a really sort of pre-Anglo-Saxon accent. It might be from what would have been what we would consider to be England at the time, which did exist.
Did not exist.
It did exist, but it wasn't England. It was something else.
I mean,
They were called the Celts, I think. It was the Picts in Scotland, Celts in.
I mean, all of West Europe. So the Celts were also France and Germany as well.
And they were known for their, I think it was tin.
Tin.
Yeah, they were known for their tin trades. That's what he's trying to sell, tin.
okay.
It looks like he's a bit out of his depth.
I love that of all of the different people there, the one that you singled out as having bad teeth.
Yeah. And again, like you say, they weren't that advanced, so
Didn't have sugar, so actually their teeth were a lot better than you would think they'd be. Yeah, and they still had dental hygiene. You've got, charcoal twigs.
but magic.
Sure.
No, a lot of fighting knocked out a lot of his teeth.
Okay,
It was more picking on the fact that you chose to fall into the Brits have bad teeth trope.
That is exactly what I was going for.
Brits don't have bad teeth. It's just other people in media have super polished media teeth.
This is true, but that was me trying to show that it was a Brit person, because that's what we're apparently known for. To the rest of the world, bad teeth and so many strange accents in such a small bubble.
But this is like pre-invade. This is chat we can have in the behind the scenes.
In the talk
Let's
together,
focus on the plot.
where we choose to dismantle. Yeah. Anyway,
There was a Celtic Cornish tin miner.
yeah. There we go.
Great.
Who you don't have to talk to, but yeah,
I want to. He's a tin miner. I want the tin.
Right.
this is true. You can see stood in that case. You can see stood in front of him, and probably for the first time you've ever seen a satyr as a half goat man is stood there with a. I'm trying to think of with a large four-legged centaur as well, and they seem to be purchasing up a large amount of. Yes, I said four-legged centaur.
Just as opposed to
the two-legged ones that have horse heads.
the two-legged centaurs, which are basically satyrs.
Hands on the ground.
Yes, the two-legged ones, bottom half human, top half horse.
Oh no!
That's terrifying.
But where does is it like human waist and then horse head, or because the centaur? No, this is chat we can have in the after. Join the Patreon to watch the talk together where we pull all this apart.
It's going to be a fun talk together. But yeah, you can see that this satyr is buying up a lot of tin. To Tiffany, you recognise that instantly to be Furnace. Barker gestures for the three of you to get out of the cart so the cart can be led off and taken to the stables to be looked after and cared for.
Give Hippolyta a scritch.
One thing that I forgot to mention is as soon as you step through this veil, Barker's form became more human-like, and they are stark bollock naked until a figure.
No bollocks.
Turn of phrase. Very naked, as another dryad walks over towards him. Another one that you recognise to Tiffany to be Oakley, and hands some clothes over to Barker. And Barker quickly sort of wraps some bits around and gets themselves dressed, and Oakley looks towards you to Tiffany.
Oh, don't cover your modesty on our account, Barker. You do you. This is your home.
It's more for everybody else around. all of our extra guests and everything. It's more for them, and we do like to be dressed. We're not always known to be walking around the woods completely naked. It's good to see you, Tiffany. How are you doing?
Fine. Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you as well, Oakley. I hope you've been keeping well in our absence.
Yes, we have been doing as well as we can. We received word from Corinna that she was sending some people to collect some herbs and things from us, so we thought they might be you. It would have made sense for it to have been you.
Yes, absolutely. Please extend my my gratitude to your queen for allowing us to come visit.
She's not here at the moment, I'm afraid. She left us not too long ago to travel to one of the other groves. She tends to stay in a grove for about a total sun cycle and then moves on to the next one.
We'll just sort of do a little clock eyes with Theo. Is that like good?
Theo very much just goes, oh,
yeah. That's good to know. Who is in charge while she's away?
Oh, nobody's in charge. We do not have nobody's in charge when the queen is not around. We simply just live together in harmony.
No quarrels to dispute.
Not amongst ourselves, no. If there are any quarrels with any of our visitors or anything, then we have a strict ruling that they go to the garden.
You have your justice system. Fair. Well, that sounds blissful. Good for you.
But I noticed that you have brought a new person into our midst.
Yes. With Corinna's encouraging, this is Eudora.
Hello. My name's Eudora. It's lovely to meet you. What can I not ask questions about? Because I want to know everything.
Oakley walks over to you and takes your hand, gives you a deep bow and gives you a kiss right on the end of your hand.
Gosh, that's very charming.
Bows towards you.
Fantastic. Is this photosynthesis, how does it affect a kind of dye? How does the veil work? Seem to be treason. Is it kind of like a hard light illusion? Is it kind of a magic, a natural effect? Is it divine? How does this all work?
You are certainly an inquisitive one. That is, it's good to see that you are keeping fine company to Tiffany. Please, instead of us speaking out in the streets, why don't we have a little wander around the grove and I could show you around? I believe there may be some places that you may want to go to see. How long are you planning to stay here? Are you just picking up the herbs and leaving? Would you like to stay a few days? We could provide some rooms for you.
That's very generous. The intention was to pick up the herbs. Perhaps rest. It's been a long travel, but Corinna needs the herbs, so my intention was not to stay for long enough for Eudora to ask her questions. I was keen to introduce her to Furnace. I believe that they may have things to discuss.
Yes, Furnace, and looks over towards where Furnace's tree is. You can see Furnace has now left the tea stall, the tin stall, and has begun making his way back to his tree.
I want to talk to that little guy as well.
Yes, please feel free to speak to anybody in the marketplace. But if there, would you care for some food? We could go to the tree now. We could go to the great tree, get some food, and I can answer any of the questions that you have.
Business first, leisure after. Thank you, though, for your hospitality.
Certainly. As per your last visit, I will be accompanying you along with Barker here. So, please, where would you like to go first?
Do we know who we're picking the herbs up from?
Yes, there is a stall. There is one stall in all of the market stalls that is actually a dryad that's running it.
Sure.
So you can, most of the herbs and things that you need to pick up are from there. So
okay.
You can go there.
Marketplace first, then. I have been provided with a list.
Yes. You want to go see Sap.
Sap. That tracks. Eudora, maybe while I'm arranging the herbs, you can chat to the man with the funny teeth.
It looks like you've been punched in the face a couple of times.
Maybe you can ask him about that?
That's food. I just want to know where the tin comes from and what the mineral composition is of that.
How do you know it's tin?
I don't know, it just feels like it's tin. I don't know what tin is. I want to find
It's
out
because I said it was tin.
Oh.
Thank you, voice in the sky.
That was Oakley that said that. I think Oakley mentioned it. If not, Oakley did mention it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Oakley will go with you to Tiffany to see Sap, and Barker will stay with you, Eudora, to see the Tin Man. I think Theo is actually, because Theo needs to be guided as well. So Theo's going to stick with you to Tiffany's going to come with you.
Mm-hmm. Someone's got to carry all the herbs.
Someone's got to carry the herbs, yeah. So we'll come to the herb stuff first, actually.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way along, you can see all of these different stalls taking talk with dryads buying stuff, and there's a couple of other people. There's some other satyrs there. There's some more centaurs and things, and other people around that are purchasing stuff. You do see what looks to be a very familiar stall with lots of buckets of fish around it. And you could have sworn you saw Brock when you first entered, although he's not currently at his stall as you walk past it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think there's any particular sort of like curiosity or concern. I think she's just very focused on like this place does still make her feel a little uncomfortable. There was that feeling as well of like watching Eudora marvel at the entrance and being like, I feel like last time I was similar, but there's something not. Yeah, just feeling that sort of like the slight deadness of I should be feeling something similar, and she probably put on a smile, but wasn't actually feeling it. I think she's just very sort of focused, like acknowledging stuff, but kind of not really caring, and just straight to business.
Yeah. So you make your way to the final stall, which is, yeah, it's just a stall full of various different druidic and dryad-esque herbs and spices, and there's different types of dryad clothing there as well. Sort of like a general store for dryad stuff, and you can see a rather short dryad woman, probably, if you were to guess, look in human years, probably in late 70s. I know that's not really a sort of age that a lot of people got to back in that day, but they look really old and wrinkly. Mm-hmm. Really, really old and wrinkly.
More so because tree version.
And yeah, so probably really, really old, this one.
Do dryads work the same way as real trees do? Do they get like wider as they get older? She's like really hench and stocky.
Barker is pretty hench and stocky, so Barker's probably pretty old.
These are some very thick trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one, Sap looks up towards you. Ah, hello. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Oakley, and a human. You must be one of the humans that came along a while ago.
I have been blessed by Her Majesty's grace and hospitality.
Oh, that's fantastic. Right. So you are the one that I must have received the note about from Corinna about some herbs and things that you wanted.
Yes, indeed. We'll hand over the list.
Ah, thank you very much. Right, I will get started on this right now. In fact, Corinna has added some stuff to this list that wasn't on the list that she sent me. She's
sorry
a pain.
for the inconvenience.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get this all together. Probably be about an hour or so while I have to. Some of this I'm going to have to go forage myself, but it'll take me about an hour.
Very well. Do you wish payment for your time? Do you need someone to watch your stall? I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh no, it's fine. It's all right. I'm one of the younglings, one of the little saplings. They can come and look after the stall for me while I'm gone. And no, you don't have to worry about that. Corinne's an old friend, so that's special treatment.
Yeah. Well, we've been offered food, so perhaps we'll take our hosts up on that offer, and I will come by later.
Yes, I will. I can, once I have everything together, I can bring it to the great tree and give it to you there.
That'd be very kind.
Thank you. Right. Well, I best get on. And she sort of comes out from behind her stall and she calls over one of the young children and they run over and she's like, right, I need to go out to do some work. You need to look after the stall again. Yes, I know, but it's only going to be for a little while. You'll be fine. I will give you some extra stuff at dinner time. And the child sort of nods and shakes her head. There's no speaking coming from the child. These two seem to be communicating in some sort of a way. And the child turns to you, gives you a big smile, and walks behind the stall and sort of sits down and basically waits for customers to come along. So you're free to leave. Theo's like, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Do you think it was going to be a fight again? It's just herbs, Theo.
Well, I mean, normally how these sort of things go is you normally have to go get the herbs and then bring them back. As in, I thought she was going to send us out to go get them.
It's, I don't know, possibly something to do with the short form nature of the story we're telling here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, me neither. Let's find Eudora.
Yeah, you turn around and you can make your way back to Eudora. Eudora, you've made your way towards this buck-toothed man, and he looks towards you with a big grin on his face. All right.
Hello.
He's going to have a West Country accent, even though that accent was not a thing.
I mean, Phig is northern, and that also wasn't a thing, so...
Yeah.
That's just how magic works.
Yeah. Just so you know where they're from.
We wouldn't understand each other outside of the grove anyway, quite likely.
Probably not. Top of the morning to you. How can I help you?
Oh, fantastic. I saw this.
Irish now.
Called Tin? The tree person. Oakley. Said, you have a metal, I don't want to know. Where did you get it from? What is the mining process? What is the mineral-based competition? What are its uses? What is it reactionary based? How can I make... Oh, this just seems absolutely fascinating. She's actually going to be pulling down a little kind of like... I want to call it an eyeglass, but it's just helping her focus a little bit so that she can theoretically cast Identify but as a ritual spell, but she's getting distracted by everything.
That's fair. And the tin that this man is selling is almost in its rawest form. Basically, like it's just been taken straight out of where it was mined from, and it's just been brought straight here. Like they don't quite know what to do with it quite yet. But yeah, he sort of, well, we mined it, and then I bought it here, and now I'm selling it. All of the other stuff about what's part of what and who what and where what and all that when stuff, I don't know. I just know that if it's this color, we dig it out and then we bring it here.
So how much does it cost? Can I have some? Can I play with some?
Yeah, I distribute them in ore, in like ore. One ore is like, and he pulls out an ore, which is like a tennis ball size. That's one ore there. That costs you one drachmy, I believe you called it here.
Can we haggle?
I mean, what, are you looking to get more than that?
Like, more than that, but with a process that if you don't know what to do with it, then I can come back after I've done some experiments and then tell you what I can make it do.
I've not seen you around these parts before, but you seem like a trustworthy sort.
Don't trust her at all. Not at all.
I've lost teeth for less, so yeah. How much? What are you offering? Like, what are you looking to pay, and how much do you want?
Let me see. Oh, I've got money. I'm rich. Okay. Oh, was it one lump for one?
1 lump for 1, basically, yeah.
Ooh. Ideally, I'd like a 3-for-1 ratio. Because if some of it's going to come back, if I'm going to be doing work to go and transform it and then bring it back in tooled forms, and then I'd like to buy 3 lots of it, so I want 9 for 3.
Buy 9, buy 3, get 6 free, is what you're looking for.
Yes.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. That seems a little bit too. That seems like I'm getting the carpet pulled out from under me. There.
I'd be doing some work and bringing it back to you, so I would be coming back.
The rug. I'm getting the rug pulled out from under me. I know what a rug is because they're selling them over there. I don't know. Make me a persuasion check, please, with disadvantage because that's a really bad deal.
Come on, I'm offering to put in actual work for this. Oh. Damn it. Okay. 11.
I'll tell you what. You buy 2, I'll give you 4. How does that sound?
So it's a 2-for-1 deal. Okay.
But the two freebies that I give you, slightly smaller than your average, or the sort of ones that I can't normally shift.
How about if I buy 4 and you give me 8? 4 larger, 4 smaller. It's what you offered me, but twice as much, so you get more money.
I'll do it. Yes, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Right, yeah, okay. Turns round. He pulls out 4 tennis ball sized bits of tin ore and puts those down. He then goes and instead of going back to that pile, he makes his way to a sort of basically like a bin, and he begins rummaging through it and he pulls out 4 that are probably the size of a not a tennis ball, because tennis balls are the size of normal, or size of a golf ball. These are tiny, tiny pieces that he could not sell, and he puts those down and he slides them across to you.
Sometimes you want smaller ones.
Right. Well, I wish I could convince my customers that was the case, but you know they only want the one size. So
Just kind of looking at it with my little glass going, I mean, it's fantastic chemical composition. It's got a huge amount of different use. It's both brittle, but also really combines well with various other elements. Oh, I need to have a look at this.
and I think at this point, this is where Tisiphone and Theo sort of come back, sort of meet up with you as they see you sort of leaning over and inspecting these things that you've just purchased.
You know, usually it's traditional to leave the stall before you start sort of playing with your new toys.
Oh. I'm talking to a craftsman. Well, he's going to be a craftsman by the time I'm done with him.
Oh, that sounds like a threat.
That does sound like a threat.
I thought it was a promise.
I'd run if I were you, mate. She gets very excited about these sort of things.
This is my stall. I could just ask you to leave. Could you leave, please?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, I will leave, but we are leaving as friends and fellow compatriots in the name of science.
I have no idea what you just said, but okay.
Good. Oh, what's your name?
Lockrin's my name.
My name is Eudora. I'm looking forward to working with you.
I'm terrified, but thank you.
So you should be. I'll take her away now.
Thank you very much.
All that I can type, I'm just ranting. I imagine several people in the world. Just ranting.
Let's go get some food. You can look at your shiny rocks while we eat.
So shiny.
Okay, you are led towards. did you want to go? No. Question I was going to ask was, did you want to go see Furnace at all? Because somebody mentioned about seeing him.
Oh, no, that's true. Yes, let's do that first, actually. So rather than saying, let's go get some food, she'll say, now, before you get too stuck into that, you might want to have a look at the furnace they have here. The man and the situation.
Okay, that's worth being dragged away from.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically led over to the tree opposite, and as you walk in, you get that sort of sinking feeling. Like when you go down a hill or on a roller coaster or something, and you lose your stomach. You get that for like the briefest of moments as you step in, and then you get just blasted with heat as you walk into this tree, and there is a massive furnace right on the other side that is blowing smoke out of the top of the tree. As you look up, you can see that the tree itself is there are holes in it that lead outside, and outside looks completely different to what you were just in. You were just in the woods, you were just in the trees and everything, but as you look inside out of the sort of like the windows here, it is just brilliant starlight and sort of like purple waves flashing around, moving around. It's like you're in a different space.
They don't make them like this in Athens.
You're not. This is fascinating.
And behind a counter, so you've got a counter, then you've got the furnace and sort of blacksmithing area, and you can see a large centaur is smashing away at a piece of metal that is piping hot, and they seem to be shaping it into something. And just where the counter is, sort of moving some paperwork or administration notes and things around, and dumping out all of the tin that they've just purchased. You can see this satyr that you saw before, which is Furnace, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh, Tisiphone, yes?
That's the one.
And young Theo, it's good to see both of you. Oh, how is the equipment that I made for you? Has it been doing well? Do you need any little bits buffered, or are you looking to have any more upgrades done? What can I do for you?"
I mean, I've not curried any favour to deserve any upgrades, I'm afraid, this time, I fear. But this is Eudora. Furnace was the one who fixed and repurposed my shield the first time. The Furnace, the griffin fight that I had after you sorted this for me, did a bit of a number on it, but Eudora fixed it.
You should have brought it back to me. I would have done it for you. Let me have a look.
We had to leave fairly in a rush for Theo and to sort out it doesn't matter. They're just kind of like, ugh, as he's grabbed the shield.
Takes the shield and plonks it down on the counter. You see as he disappears, and you hear the scraping of wood on stone, and then he comes back up, and he's a little bit higher up, and he pulls out a very similar contraption to what Eudora has, like a glass eye, and he begins looking at the shield. Well, I can see where the scar is, the scratch where the marks were. By the look of it, they were, and he sort of twists it a bit, they were very, very deep. Did you say you repaired this? It looks up at you, like, oh, did you say you repaired this?
Yes.
That is very fine work. You can just about see the scarring on it, and that takes incredible craftsmanship to do that. That is impeccable work.
Furnace.
Yeah.
She did it with a bread oven.
What?
That was I had my own hammer, but the bread oven was the only furnace I had at the time.
Wait 1 moment, and he comes back and comes out with a different eyeglass, and he puts the eyeglass on, twists it a little bit, and then looks straight at you, Eudora. Well, you're touched by magic.
I mean, yes, but I'm also very good.
No, you are definitely very, very good, but also being magical helps. Amazing. Well, Are you competition? So I'll have
hope,
to ask you to leave if you're competition.
I hope not. It's been a while since I've been able to be with any sort of challenging compatriot, and I would love to learn.
I'm definitely willing to teach as long as whatever I teach is not used against me to take away my trade. It's perfectly fine. But I will say, you are human, so the chances of you actually being competition are next to zero. And I don't mean that because you lack in skill or anything. I mean that because we have different trading circles. So
I feel that if it was in any position otherwise, it would be entirely circumstantial rather than a deliberate choice of seeking a different caliber of patrons.
exactly. Young Theo, how is your sword? Is it doing well? Yeah, it's fine. And he draws it out. It's got a couple of little scrapes and bits. I've kept it as polished as I can, and just needs a little bit of buffering if that's okay. Yes, I've actually acquired some more pieces from that particular area. So if you're looking to purchase anything new, then I have some stuff for you. The same with yourself, Tiffany and Eudora. If there's anything that you'd like to purchase, upgrade, or anything like that, I am more than willing. All it will take is us to talk about payment. As you know, Tiffany, I don't accept drachmae here, or any sort of a good performance will do well for me. What was the performance that you did for me before? And he sort of
What
looks around.
How did we pay last time? I think Tiffany has hopped in before he even says it. As soon as he says, as you know, I don't take. It's at that point she suddenly is like, wait, what did we pay with last time?
You did that thing. You did the performance.
I helped train the dryads.
Was that the payment? Because I sworn we did something with the Queen that the Queen wanted to hear as well. I think I was like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I remember something that we definitely did something with the Queen there. Do you know what? I can't actually remember what we did now. I just remember being completely blown away by it and just giving you extra stuff. But what was it?
This is more people than just me having a gap in the memory.
Gap in memory.
I mean, you said before, I wouldn't have, I don't think.
No.
Theo does a little. Theo, did you?
I don't remember doing a performance. I should say, for clarity, that all of you are closer to the counter at the moment, but Oakley and Barker are stood at the door because of the heat and stuff. So they're stood all the way back at the door. So this conversation they can't really hear. So I do like to sing, but I definitely don't remember singing in front of the Queen. I think I might have
Yeah. Maybe that was the reason she kept you behind. Maybe she was displeased. That would be very rude. You're not that bad. You're pretty good.
Thanks. But yeah, I've had a lot of strange fuzzy spots.
Oakley, last time we were here.
Yes.
Come in.
And we don't like the heat.
Oh, the fire. Sure. Last time we were here, Furnace did some excellent work on my shield and spear and Theo's sword. How did we pay?
Oakley stops and thinks for a moment. I wasn't present at all during that period.
You followed us around everywhere.
No, I was I was with you. I greeted you when you first entered into the grove. I showed you around. We met with the Queen. I showed you up to where you would be staying. And then I was called back to the Queen and sent off to do another job. I wasn't with you for the rest of your stay.
You took us scouting for 2 days. Barker, you were there as well.
Barker nods and looks towards Oakley, and Oakley looks really confused. No, I was sent off to do another job by the Queen. I wasn't around at all anywhere. I'd left the grove.
Is there... And excuse me if this sounds like an accusation. Dryad food. Does it sometimes please you folk to add in, I don't know, ingredients that might warp memories, take memories away?
No, I mean, we're known to use magics to do that. If there are people that come in and abuse our rules, abuse our laws, we'll use modifying memory magic to erase their knowledge of this place. But that was never done to any of you. You hadn't done anything to warrant that. That's why you still hold the stamps on your hands. Otherwise we would have removed them when we wiped your memory.
Sorry, Eudora, this was supposed to be a wonderful meeting of minds for you and Furnace, but...
No, it's fine. I'm going to look at Theo for a second and go, could you three maybe just stand there together? And then tell me if this feels like it should be important. Okay, because I've been looking at my prestidigitation spells and I want to see if I can layer some effects.
Yeah.
To see if I can get vaguely, a patch of like warm air, maybe slightly taller than Tisiphone, maybe just behind them, with some musical notes like I've been hearing Theo playing and singing. And just and then just making it like a patch of darker so it feels like there's a person essentially behind that. This is based on entirely everything that Theo's been saying.
Okay, and based on the sort of musical notes that Theo's been humming while you've been travelling.
Play with my gauntlet bit for the hard light and just see if I can make that happen, but out of sight, so they don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, so you do that, and you make it. Do you make it sound the musical notes? Do you make it sound like a lyre because you know that's what Theo's been?
Yeah, I want to
play?
make it sound like the lyre in the tune that Theo keeps playing.
So you do that behind Tisiphone and Theo and Furnace, and Furnace is very much, yeah, no, that's something I recognise. And Theo's like, that's almost identical to what I've been seeing in my dreams. Tisiphone, it means nothing to you. You do not know. But Eudora, you can see that Tisiphone is bawling at the moment. No emotion, very much how Nat's doing it right now, but there are tears streaming down her face.
Where did you get that tune?
Theo keeps playing it, but we talked. So do you mind? It feels like important to share.
Theo?
I've been having dreams about our adventures, and there's always another figure there, a man, a musical man, but I can't remember his name or anything. It's just I didn't want to bring it to you because I didn't want you to think I was suffering from exhaustion or fatigue or anything like that. So, but now I didn't realise that you were also feeling and I didn't realise it was affecting everybody who's here as well. And Oakley and Barker both look confused and sort of nod in agreement, and Furnace is very much sort of scratching his goatee.
I think Phig is just going to leave and head to the great dining area.
As you go to leave, you walk into something, and as you look down, you can see, looking back up at you, a slightly bluish-skinned, shorter gentleman, a dwarf. Oh,
hey, Brooke.
Oh, hey there, Phig. How you doing? Where's you all here?
Sorry, Tiffany. How do you know that name?
Well, Phig, you told me to call you Phig. Is everybody here? You're all back?
We'll just sort of stare at everyone else.
Everyone looks towards you. He's like, who the fuck is Phig?
I have told one person that name.
But, right, well...
And she's behind me.
Well, I knew you was Phig, and looks around you to everybody else. Hey, Theo, Furnace, how you doing? Where's Elpinor? And before Nat gives a reaction to that, we are going to end that session there, because we're going to jump straight back into that conversation in the next episode. So,
see you next week.
See you next week, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, we do D&D on Twitch on Mondays from 6 p.m. UK time. We also do other streams throughout the week. Keep an eye on our socials and join our Discord to be kept up to date with what it is we are doing and when we are doing it. Massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters, and to the D20 Club Dice Heads and other tiers on Patreon. They are fantastic. They are the best. You can join them from as little as $1 of your local currency per month, or 1 goat, which must be sent to Tom for, as we've established, a variety of different reasons.
Sorry, sent to who?
Yeah, who? Who's that? Who's that guy? By following all of the links in the description below. Speaking of the description below, if you like what you see, please do like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and comment down below. It helps the algorithm tell us what you like, so we know what to make more of for you. Massive thank you to Nat and Tallia for joining for this session. We will see you all in a couple of weeks for the next episode. Bye.